One phrase I always hear you say is barbecue chicken alert. Can you explain what that means for people who might not know?
So barbecue chicken is a tasty, delightful meal, right? So when I see somebody that's really can't check me, which is everybody, I'm about to eat their ass up. And I'm about to eat them up real quick, like some barbecue chicken. Like, you put this guy on me, okay, barbecue chicken alert. I'm about to eat his ass
Look
up.
out, Owen could be gone! Owen! He scores!
This is it. Dolphins, stop our clock. Rebound of the night under the second two. Dolphins scores. She scores.
What a fantastic just digging in play, just getting the puck on the net.
Hello and welcome everybody to the redemption matchup for the winter tournament of the PHL. We have two teams, two fantastic teams might I say, in Barbecue Chicken Alert and the Kokomo Dynamo facing off to stave off defeat and see who will go on to face the St. Louis Eagles in the finals. Jack, what do you got for us?
Yeah, I mean, these are as good as it gets without being in the gold medal game quite yet. The winner of this series will move on to face the St. Louis Eagles in the gold medal game, like you said. This team, the Barbecue Chicken Alert, were eliminated by the St. Louis Eagles in the final, the winners bracket rather, and they went on to be the second place team of the winners bracket, moving on to the redemption finals, waiting to face the winner of the redemption bracket, which ended up being the Kokomo Dynamo after a ridiculous comeback against the West Coast Wildlife.
Unbelievable. I believe you were there for that. Just unreal way to bring themselves back into the game. The Kokomo Dynamo can never rule them out, as we've learned, versus a team with some heavy-hitting names, primarily that of Owen, the first overall pick in the second season, and someone that's been looked to for a lot of goal scoring, a lot of talent, but it doesn't stop there with some other excellent names on their team. Throckmorton in net, a tried and true goalie. Glensky on the wing, a name that everybody should be familiar with. Frog T on D. And yeah, Maus, I think that's on the ice right now. I know they also have Aguchi, some other names. But Maus is a name to look out for, as we've seen in different divisions. Just so proven at being able to score in big moments. I think he'll be a great asset for this team. And as we look over to the Kokomo Dynamo, their starting lineup, maybe missing somebody. I see Milk is skating right now, which is, their goalie. They have Damocles, who seems to be starting tonight in net. Milk, another goalkeeping option, a fantastic goalie as backup in case Damocles isn't feeling it tonight. Pretty picked up a little bit later into the tournament. Right D alongside Marc-Andre Pinky, a fantastic D pairing on this team, and it keeps getting better. We have Zub, the captain himself, on center, and Zaza currently on left wing, but they also have Dolphin, as we all very much know from seeing some of those clips.
That's what I wanted to highlight, is the person they're missing is Dolphin at this time. I'm expecting him to show up and play. Zub rescheduled this game. It was originally supposed to be played on the 15th, I believe, or rather maybe a little bit earlier than that, but it was rescheduled to today. There's a doubt in my mind that Zub would reschedule to a date where he didn't have his starting winger.
Yeah, I think sorry, I got distracted by some chat messages. I hope that he can be. I saw him in Pugs earlier, but Dalfan is one of those difference makers on the ice. Not necessarily as flashy as some of the others at goal scoring, but someone who has such vision in the game and just such tried and true ability, the clutch gene. I'm hoping that he makes it out here as we get some best on best action. But I mean, I feel like a little slightly less biased, still a little bit biased for, always rooting for my friends. Although most of these people are pretty much my friends. But how are you feeling, Jack, as a member of the St. Louis Eagles? Who are you hoping that you go up against after this, or does this game kind of decide that outcome for you?
I think it's always silly to root for one person to win because the person that wins the series is going to end up being the better team regardless. So
For
I
sure.
think I'm excited for an exciting series tonight between the Kokomo Dynamo and the Barbecue Chicken Alert. I want to note that that Barbecue Chicken have a lot of skaters available tonight. They haven't had Luke as an option as the backup goaltender for a while now, but he's able to show up for this final. And last time they played, they started Throckmorton and ended up swapping between Frog Tea and Aguchi with Mouse starting. So I'm curious to see what their starting lineup will look like. And if they, because of the availability of Luke, they have to play him for at least one period since this is a best of 5 series, I believe.
I believe that is the case. I don't want to get that wrong. I know the rules between round robins and tournaments are different, but that's, I believe, my interpretation of the rule as well. Maybe one of our dear friends in the chat can double check us on that. But I think really set up well either way. I haven't seen too much from Luke, but I've seen him here and there, and if he's picked up by Barbecue, I gotta imagine they got some good trust in him. And yeah, so I'm gonna give a quick note to the teams that we're ready when they are. I think they're still getting warmed up, maybe waiting for their last guys to file in. But this is gonna be a best of 5 matchup.
Absolutely.
This could be a long night, Jack, depending on how these games go.
Yeah,
But
and
both go ahead.
these teams rescheduled for the purpose of playing all 5 games in one night if it takes.
Mm-hmm.
So we will be here for a while regardless. I would imagine the only thing stopping that would be an extraordinarily long overtime, but
Yes.
you never know how the series goes.
Yeah, I can never rule those out. But hoping to just blaze through them all tonight. And both teams kind of feeling some good momentum where the Kokomo Dynamo coming off of that, fighting back at the last moment to tie it up. And, kind of winning those last few games against the West Coast Wildlife. And meanwhile, Barbecue Chicken against the Bird, as people call him, the Würzburg Wolpertingers. Never got quite a hang of that. Losing their first game to them, but continuing to get a 2-0 and a 4-1 win afterwards. So they themselves feeling pretty dominant about the gameplay recently. I think these are two teams that are feeling comfortable with their gameplay and are going to give us their best tonight.
Yeah, and players that Owl signed for that team expressed that team was built to be kind of an academy team for the younger players on that team, getting them playing time with some of the better players and teaching them how to play the game correctly. So it was a great mission from Würzburg, but their mission has come to an end, and we only have 3 teams remaining, 2 to be remaining after tonight.
And it's looking like we're getting our vote starts. I'm gonna throw mine in the ring there, and let's get into this game. And as the puck drops, we have Zub taking the first faceoff, finding an early chance, tries to curl it in, but knocked aside by Aguchi. And Pretty on the counterattack, picks it up off the wall, turns it over to Frog T. Frog T sends it up the ice to Owen.
Refined.
Owen looking for the angle. Beautiful passes so far to start the game out. And Frog T again looking for his options. Cuts it back, tries to get the puck out in front, but sent away for now. As Marc-Andre Pinky, as he always does, securing the puck in his own D zone. Pretty going up now. Tries to deke it past Owen. A long shot in the air, just above the net. Throckmorton not having to make that save, but a dangerous angle. Always got to be watching out for those. And Iguchi, a player that we didn't see in warm-up, but we're seeing now. I think a great asset to them, a great playmaker for Barbecue. Sends the puck across, tries to get it to Glenn. Doesn't quite get it there, but a few threatening chances early on for Barbecue. Let's see if Kokomo can get some themselves.
There will be no Dolphin tonight. They're having Postmaster play left wing alongside Zub, Pretty, and Pinks. So we will see how that shakes out for the Kokomo Dynamo in the Redemption Bracket final.
Gotcha. Postmaster, Seattle Osprey legend, Owen, almost getting a shot off, but I believe he's bumped and loses the puck just barely, but Damocles, I'm sure, was getting a little bit nervous as that puck was curling around. Glenn going for the shot now, but low, saved by Damocles, chipping to the side, and Postmaster gets it up to Pretty, intercepted by Frog T as the attack continues for Barbecue Chicken. Sent across, but Zoob, the captain, gets the puck in possession. Has to get it past Iguchi, gets the Deeks, keeps it, but loses it just at the very last moment, tipped off the edge of his stick as Owen goes for the counterattack. Frog T now. Postmaster catching up. Sends it back on the boards. Looks like Iguchi will beat Zoob to this. Tries to just chip it back down, find someone down there. Does meet Owen's stick as he relinquishes the puck to Glenn. And another shot towards the net going off there, and Kokomo trying to find their footing in this game. So far it's the Barbecue Chicken show. But I know that can change very much and very frequently.
And Kokomo has to be grateful to only get 2 shots on goal against out of that sequence. They've played half the period and have not entered the offensive zone yet. So Barbecue Chicken is cooking. You can smell it, and we will see how Kokomo responds.
Yeah, and with the best of 5 series in particular, you can't really gauge how it's going to go based off of just that first game. As we saw, the Barbecue Chicken Alert versus the Wolpertingers, they lost their first game and they just came back in dominant fashion. So I think this is going to really be on a game-to-game basis, especially with how this tournament is formatted with players of different skill levels. I think you're going to see a lot more of that on and off kind of skill expression for players on both sides. And that's kind of what makes it really interesting to watch is, anybody can surprise you. Glenn here choosing to pass it to Owen. Owen tries to pass it back to Glenn, but doesn't find him. Maybe some frustrated comms there off of what should have been a sure shot. Ends up as a flubbed pass. Owen missing the net just barely. Continuing that attack again and again. And no shot still for Kokomo, but Barbecue Chicken are cooking like you said, Jack.
They're struggling to capitalize on these opportunities. They've had a few chances straight in the slot, but they're either missing the net or connecting with the goaltender.
Yeah, and I think, maybe it's just one of those things you're feeling it out early, going for some passing plays because it's, 0-0. You're not dying to get a goal, but you would very much like one. And I'm curious to see if we'll kind of see a different shot selection, maybe less of those passes, or if they're gonna continue with that and just try and wait for that to work, which could very well happen. They got great chemistry on this team, but I think staying dialed in and focused is something that they really have been trying to prioritize to keep themselves in these games. Locker room presences like Mao's pretty well known for kind of keeping people grounded in that way. So I wonder what he's doing for them right now. Sent across, Glenn gets a tap on the puck, but not enough power to get it into the net, but a great passing play from Iguchi.
Yeah, the puck just from Iguchi's stick just in front of Glenn as Iguchi tries to send it ahead to Glenn there, but Glenn was turning away. I want to comment that Postmaster looked a little bit skittish to start the game, a bit nervous to go play up the ice, but he's been pushing up and playing forward as he should, and I'm excited to see what else we can get out of him for this series.
Yeah,
it's a
definitely
tough spot to put someone this. I don't want to say inexperienced, but this fresh to the scene of this level
of gameplay. Yeah, and really excited to see what we can get from him. Going to keep an eye on him in this game. Obviously, he was, I believe, an assistant captain on the team at GM Season 2. But great guy and totally cares a lot about the game, and I'm interested to see what he'll bring to this team's lineup. As Pinks tries to get the puck there, Frog T just closing in, elevates it. Zoob, seeing if he can catch it. Oh, a little bit too high, like you said, Jack. Zoob able to get a stick on it like he always does, but definitely not ideal. As Pinks opts to let Postmaster take that one, has to fight Owen, but Owen gets the body. Sends it across to Frog T. Frog T, not quite where the puck was going. It's going to miss that pass, and Damocles very wisely going to step up and knock that puck out just to end the play. Still only 2 registered shots on goal for Barbecue Chicken, but that could very easily be much higher.
Yeah, Barbecue Chicken was connecting early in this game, but a lot of their passes are just missing sticks now. And even when they do hit the sticks, they're just being missed on the receive. Here comes Owen.
And that's just a straight-up shot. That's what they need, and middle on Damocles. He's able to save that one and knock it to the side, but I think that's going to be a little bit of a confidence booster for BBQ Chicken. Get another shot on target. As Zoob now doing what he does on the boards. One of the best players at that goes for his own shot and on target. Throckmorton swats it out of the air. Great control from the Throck.
2 minutes and 22 seconds into the second period, the Kokomo Dynamo have their first shot on goal of the series.
It feels a little bit ridiculous to think about, but you know, sometimes puck is just a slow-paced game. As Zoob on the open break, let's see what he does. Oh, just knocked aside. Throckmorton getting a bit aggressive on that breakout, maybe calling Zoob's bluff that he would deke super wide, and Throckmorton's bet paying off. But Marc-Andre Pinky tries to get the puck out in front, swatted away again. But just like that, due to, you know, I believe it was just one extra shot, maybe I'm wrong, but on the board, the shots are evened up.
Yeah, Zoob registered 2 shots on goal on that deke.
Yeah. It doesn't feel as dominant as as Pretty gets a fake shot there. But it is good to see them getting back into the game, and it's still 0-0, so for BBQ Chicken, all this offense doesn't matter if the puck's not going in, and Damocles says no, it will not go in, as they fight to get it out in front.
Damocles is somebody that struggled with that long shot in the Division II Championship Series, and I love to see him get that save early, build that confidence. A long shot from Frog T is slammed into the corner. Here comes Postmaster.
Postmaster almost receiving it. And yeah, like you're saying about Damocles, a great talent. And I think one that people have been keeping their eye on to see if he can catch up to those different plays that he might not be as strong against. And it looks like he's doing great at that so far, as Glenn gets the puck in the corner. Pinks closing in on him. Aguchi smartly reading the puck by going to the corner, but not quite able to get contact with it. And that's going to be Frog T trying to find a teammate. Tries to get around Zoo, but it's hard to do that. Marc-Andre Pinky on the puck. Sends it across Damocles. A little bit awkward, but Zoo does pick that up. A little bit of open ice. Going down. Goes for the pass. Pretty picks it up. Pretty going for the shot, but bobbled just a little bit. I think someone else got a stick on that, and that puck died about as soon as it left his stick. Pretty now. Another chance. But Owen pushes it to the side. Owen doing some defense for BBQ Chicken Alert. As Iguchi sends it down the wall. Finds Glenn there. Has Owen as an option, but opts for the shot. But that one skies over the net. Not going to be a shot on target. Going for another pass. And again, these plays just almost connecting. Where it feels like these plays are a little bit tighter, they'd be dominating up a couple goals. But due to their lack of finishing, this game is still 0-0, despite how one-sided it feels so far. It's Pinks now. A little slow shot onto the net. Throckmorton going to tip it into the corner. Fully stands. Yep. Iguchi some open space now. Beautiful Deeks curls it around, but can't quite keep it. You see Iguchi waving his stick at the end in frustration, but that was looking
just a little too much. It rolled off his heel. Here's Pretty.
Goes for it. Post. Oh no. That could have easily been it. Found it past the pad of Throckmorton, but that one does go into the post. But it,
outside of the post and the side of the net, he doesn't get a shot on goal for that effort.
But it's feeling like they're getting a little bit more in the game. Damocles knocks it to the side. Where, again, the more time that's gone on, I think, you know, maybe Postmaster is a late change to the lineup, but it seems like he's meshing a little bit now and they're getting some chances. And we got 10 seconds left in the second period. It looks like it's going to be scoreless unless something crazy happens. Whew. And as the period ends, Jack, what do these teams need to do to get the win?
I mean, they got to catch these passes. Owen is slinging it tonight, finding people in very unlikely positions, situations where the ordinary person wouldn't really think of passing it there. And they're just missing the stick by a little bit because the receiver either had their stick in the wrong position or they're moving a little bit too quick. I think they just got to take a breath, calm down, and think about what the best thing they can do in each situation is.
Yeah, it's
sometimes a playing factor for both these teams.
Yeah, slow it down to smooth things out. Zoob another chance. Throckmorton gets it knocked to the side, but I agree. I think it's just execution, and the ideas are there for BBQ, and it's been working for them, but they're losing their grip a little bit as these missed passes start to add up. Pretty now into the corner. Throck watching this puck go around. Not having to do much about it. Frog D handling it. Some open ice. Zood catching up, applying a little bit of pressure. He'll inevitably have to pass this one. Goes for the shot. Oh, and tries to tip it in. A beautiful play. But not getting where they want the puck to go. Glenn now. Wrapping around back in. Keeping the puck
Someone
in the
has to enter
zone.
the zone here.
Higuchi. Out in front and just can't get it. Awkward situation. Glenn almost tucking the puck behind Damocles' pads, but doesn't quite get it there. And the Kokomo Dynamo get bailed out on that one. Beautiful play. Zoob catching the pass really nicely. Loses some speed, but still has it. Goes for the shot. Oh, I think it's tapped off of his stick, but that was their best chance yet. Frog T in the corner. Pink's going for it now, trying to keep this offense going. Making the most of it while you have it, but does lose the puck, and Glenn's going to pick that one up on the boards. Gets it past the center of the rink. Pushes it down, low and wide. I'm not sure if that was a shot or missing the pass to Owen, but it kind of just went in between the two. Not what you want. Frog T going for it, Glenn going for the swipe. And they got plenty of players here. Let's see if they can get another pass or a shot off, or if this one's going to go back the way of the Kokomo.
Nice stick by Pinks.
A great note by our community analyst Juice in the chat. 85% possession team has less shots. And that really does just sum up the game so far. Where it's got to say a lot about, the defense of Kokomo forcing bad shots, as well as BBQ Chicken forcing themselves into bad situations. And again, just a slightly awkward catch there. Iguchi doesn't have much that he can do with it by catching it there. A little bit behind him, not all the momentum that he needs. And just, the chemistry feels like it's right there, but just not coming to fruition like they need it to. Gets the puck to Zoob, but Zoob gets the puck knocked off his stick.
A very back and forth, very awkward bounces off of the bodies and the sticks. It's something that's tough to handle in this game. As you know, the vote was finalized. We will be playing with no body and puck collisions for Season 3. The signups are still open, so
make sure you sign up
to join the Discord. The link is in the bio of the Twitch channel, and the sign-up link should be near the top of the server.
Yeah, I think it's the growing sentiment. It's this team, they're getting a few more shots here, but they just got to start taking the easy, just shoot the puck at the net and try and just get it to go in. Iguchi doing exactly what I was hoping as I started talking about it. But, I really am. I couldn't tell you which team would score first just based off of this, where I think Kokomo knows that they need to capitalize on each chance that they get. I could easily see them getting a goal before BBQ. But at the same time, with this much dominance in the offensive zone, it really feels like a 50-50 chance so far. Pretty now in his own zone. Tries to get it past Glenn. Glenn hawking him down, but is able to get it around. Zoob picking that one up with Frog T closing in. Chips it up on the boards. Keeps it. Iguchi applying pressure, but can't get the puck off of Zoob. He's so good at keeping the puck. Gets the puck to Pretty to Zoob, and oh no, it's the same case for them. The perfect play, but the execution just doesn't quite pan out.
Cut off by Pretty.
Pretty there to Zoob. Zoob awkward catch, but has plenty of time with the puck. Sees what he can do with it. Sends it out in front at the feet. Postmaster,
oh,
no! Misses the puck a little bit. Zoob going to get the puck out in front, but not quite able to. That's going to be a moment that Postmaster, I don't even know if it was fully within his stick range. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt and say that he was just not quite where he needed to be, but that is a brutal look.
I'd say it was. I think he swung a little bit early. His stick went over the top of the puck before he made contact with it.
That's brutal, and I feel for him because as a relatively. Okay, we got the pause. Team's asking for a pause. Like we were saying, inexperience at this level of playing, a little play like that where a goal comes out in front of you, an opportunity for it, it can catch you by surprise, and you're not ready for it. And I think that hopefully that's one of those things where it happens, and you're like, all right, I'm not gonna let this happen again. But sometimes a chance comes so suddenly and so easily that you just your brain isn't ready for it, doesn't know what to do. And it looks like Mouse has joined the server. He hasn't joined the lineup. Actually, I think... Oh, Daofan is in. Okay, Daofan and Prince taking the ice now. And if they were getting that done with Postmaster on the ice, credit to him for keeping them going. Now I feel like this is really the Kokomo Dynamo to watch out for.
Prince is a great lineup addition for this overtime as well. He is
Oh,
one of
true.
the top growing defenseman prospects. A really fantastic mind out there.
A teammate of mine on the PPHL, if we're allowed to say that word on stream, lovely guy, glad to play with him. As Pretty goes for the shot, trying to end it right there. Doesn't quite get it, but Daofan on the ice. I feel like Barbecue Chicken are really in the hot seat now. Their groin texture is really applying to them. The heat is on, and they gotta act. Prince now
Doesn't have an option there. He just gave it straight away to Prince.
Gucci, nice interception. Tries to keep it, but gets tapped off him just a little bit by Dolphin. Great game sense by Dolphin to keep that one out. And that one gets sent up to Pretty. Pretty, a little bit of open ice, has Zoob on the pass. Gets the pass off Zoob. Can he score it? Goes for it and saved by Throckmorton. Body save in the perfect position for it. Dashes to the side and it bounces off his chest. Sent up, intercepted by Zoob. Pretty now, going for another chance. Tries to find it, but heals it back as Glenn's going to come away with that puck.
2-on-1 if they hurry.
Glenn, here he goes for the shot. Damocles, a little bit of a scary rebound, but his team is able to knock it to the side for him. But a great play by Glenn. I love that. Just get the puck on the goalie and see what you can get done. Higuchi now in the corner. Looking for his chances. Lifts the puck a bit, but not able to keep it as Pretty. Sends it up the boards. As Dolphin has to fight Higuchi for it. A little bit of a friendly fire there running into each other. And just sends it a little bit too far. Frog T going to pick it up in his own zone. A few dekes back and forth. Tries to get it around Prince, and he does. Nice handles by Mr. T.
Frog T's got to be careful there.
Side,
Last man back.
through. Sends it
It's a
out in
risky
front.
play, but that's the kind of risk you need to take to win games like these.
Oh! I saw Owen jump up for it. I thought that might be it. A great play, but not quite getting the, it's a low percentage shot, but I really like the play there. Damocles not having to make the save. So that gets sent out in front. Frog T, great defense to knock that pass aside. It could have been really dangerous, but Zoob going for another chance. Tries to get out in front. A little bit of chaos. But that one not finding the net either. And a brutal back and forth of just people seeing who can get the better shot first. As Owen now looks for the pass. Zoob on his case. Loses it onto the boards. Frog T able to pick it up for him. Prince with the intercept, and that is going to go the way of the Kokomo Dynamo. Zoob now. A little bit of open space. They have Frog T catching up. Goes for a long lob shot. Maybe just trying to get it to Dolphin down there, but not too much comes of it. Zoob does keep possession. Zoob going for the Michigan.
Perhaps seeing Juice's message in chat.
I was about to say, he's got chat open. As Pretty keeps the puck for the Kokomo Dynamo. And I can't blame Zoob. You got to go for it here or there. And if it goes in, what a moment to remember. Dolphin passes out front to Zoob. Zoob with an open chance goes for it, but misses the net.
Man, these teams are nervous. The only players that are calm on this ice are the goaltenders. Just 15 shots between the two teams out of 3.5 periods now.
Zoob off the goalie's pads. I like that play, but not anybody there to catch the rebound. And it does feel like a little bit of nerves. I know, even the best players, some of them are out here. Even, Owen has mentioned getting nerves sometimes when playing. Maybe not to an extreme extent, but if anything's getting to you in the back of your head, it affects you. And Higuchi now trying to get the puck up the ice, finds Glenn. Glenn tries to knock it in and get the pass, but Pretty reads the play perfectly, gets in the way. Tries to find Zoob out front. Has a drop option as well. Goes for the lob. Throckmorton jumping up to swat that one aside.
They've had a lot of attempts. Not a lot of them have been on target. I'd like to see a lot more shots on target for these teams. Perhaps that's part of the nerves playing into the outcome of this game.
Yeah, and I wonder if some of that hesitation is due to, being aware that the puck on body contact is applied for the rest of this tournament, despite the vote. This is what the earlier parts of the tournament was played on. They're keeping it like that, so maybe there's some hesitation of being worried about the puck bouncing off of bodies in the slot. But I think either way, you just got to go for it. Take a deep breath and just get the puck on the net. It's simple. It's sometimes all you got to do. I know it's hard goalies to get any shot behind, but you can't keep waiting for the perfect play as we finish our first overtime period, which doesn't bode well for the runtime tonight.
Yeah,
But I think you just got to go with high percentage chances.
Yeah, the problem with this series so far is mainly nerves, and for both of these teams, you got to just keep thinking about the best thing you can do next, and you just got to keep breathing. And even in between periods, sometimes you just got to get up and walk away from the game.
Oh yeah, Sub. I'm not sure if something got on his stick, but just knocks that one way off target. Iguchi sending that up the boards, trying to find his teammate in Owen. Owen does get it, sends it across to Glenn, but chipped up in the air by the defenders. And Owen again trying to fight for it. Gets bodied out. Dalfan now. Beautiful catch and pass. Sends it to the Zub, but comes in a little bit hot. Zub not able to keep a hold on that one, but what a turnaround by Dalfan.
Glenn now with promised to play all 5 games tonight. That might be halted tonight with this 5-period game 1.
Yep. It's nice to be optimistic, and maybe they do stick it out, but that'll just mean I got to drink a little bit extra soda. As Iguchi tries to find it, but Zub doing a great job on defense, closing out these options where, as much as we talk about just taking the easy chance, there haven't been that many easy chances with the defense that these teams are playing. It's a real tug of war for both these guys. Knocked down by Frog T. Iguchi now sending it down ice. Misses. And Dolphin's going to pick that one up. Back and forth as the shots slowly but surely do pile up. Zub trying to catch it here. Has Iguchi to get around, but Iguchi, great job on defense. Frogty snipes it past a few Kokomo Dynamo, but doesn't quite find his teammate, and that one gets sent back into their zone. Iguchi now the one that has to get it. And this looks like a puck for Glenn. Has Owen open wide. Tries to get it up, but puck knocked aside, and again, just can't get the puck going right now.
I talked about necessary risks. That's a necessary risk for Prince to take. He can't get back to the puck by the time it gets to the ice. He has to bat that out of the air. If he misses, it's right on the tape of Owen.
Owen to Frog T. Frog T, just a poor receive. Not able to keep that play going as much as he would like to. And again, Owen's finding these passes here, but I think either the comms on the passes or just the nerves about, receiving them. We're seeing it on both ends. Zub having a hard time receiving a couple passes. Frog T there not making the most of it. And what could have been a game-winning goal is now a turnover to the Kokomo Dynamo. Frog T now. Chips it up, has Glenn. Glenn has to get it past Dalfan. Goes for it, passes it to Owen, but Prince doing a fantastic job on defense.
Look out.
Uh-oh.
Prince was in a dangerous position there.
Yeah, he did the first play right, but then lost the puck, unfortunately, but was able to escape unscathed, thankfully. As it's been 8-9, it's seemingly on the shots for a good while. As Owen gets it out in front, Glenn not able to bat it out of the air. A little bit low on that one as Iguchi tries to send it back in. Owen has the puck, goes for it, but not on target again. Just such a struggle for these teams. Take a deep breath, buddy. It'll be all right. And I was saying it was 50-50 on who would get the first goal now, but now it really feels like a 50-50 of just, the perfect timing of who's going to get just a shot on target and which goalie is going to make the first slip up. Both goalies have been perfect so far. Prince now behind the net trying to get it going. Sends it down the ice. Knocked away a little bit by Glenn, but
fine.
Still awkward. Gets it behind the pads of Throckmorton. He turns and scoops it out. That is unreal. Great confidence by Throckmorton to know what to do to turn around like that, and the puck just barely doesn't go in. Goodness gracious. Dolphin now tries to get it out in front again, but knocked to the side. So many people in the way. As Glenn goes for the counterattack here, Damocles saying boo in the chat after what Throckmorton pulled off. Goes for the shot into the body of Damocles. Frogty with an open chance here. Shot. Just on target. There we go. Counting up these shots a little bit now, I feel like these teams have locked in just a little bit, maybe energized. And BBQ Chicken realizing that their game could have very well been over. And
a lot of the times in series like in a series like this, that is quite lengthy. These teams will just take the first game to kind of settle in and get rid of the nerves. Since the first game never really usually amounts to much.
Yeah, good notes from Juice there, where it seems like there's a decent amount of passing early, especially on the barbecue side. Throckmorton knocked to the
Turnover.
side, and I think that's big when nerves are in play. Line in the corner. Sends
It
it
will
down.
take 6.
Oh. I have a snack and a drink in front of me, and I'm still finding myself wishing that I had another snack and a drink in front of me. Maybe I'll go fetch some Sour Patch Kids from the pantry or something. But this is a long first game. If game 2 goes this long as well, I can't imagine them doing all of the games tonight unless it's a sweep of sorts, as that gets tipped above Throckmorton. 89 is Glenn. I believe his name is I am Legend. As Dolphin goes for a Dolphin.
Bit of a
A
fumble
good goal
on the
scorer
name
on
there.
this team. Bounced out in front. Throckmorton, great awareness to knock that one down. Tries to get the cheeky pass. I think Owen might get there first, but it's a little bit awkward. Chips it up in the air. Glenn trying to find it, but Dolphin with the awareness to be in the way and knock it aside.
There we
And
go.
an open pass to Pretty. Can he do it? Just a little bit late on the receive. Can't quite catch up to it, but does get it to Zub. Zub looking for a chance, but that's going to get knocked off him.
I was waiting for a stretch pass to connect in this game.
Oh, it just has you biting your nails the whole time. And brutal for Pretty not to catch up to that one in time where that could have been the one. But Iguchi now on defense tries to get there before Zub does, and he succeeds. Pretty catches the puck. Owen closing in. Tries to find his teammate down ice. A Hail Mary pass, an awkward play. Iguchi bumping into Throckmorton there, but they do not get punished for it as they get the puck going their own way again. Owen now. Slowing the play down. Goes to the pass to Glenn. Can he get it done? Damocles with an incredible save, keeping his team in this. Owen goes for it, and Owen with the game-winning goal after who could say how many attempts finally comes away with game 1.
What a shot. These teams are going to need a breather after that.
Yeah.
Glenn creating the rebound. It pops in the air by the hands of the Dynamo. They throw it back in front of their own net, and Owen is able to capitalize on that defensive mistake.
Owen doing a great job to capitalize on it, like you said, and Owen, the guy who's getting the passes sent out, finding the dimes, but not quite getting the finishes off of them. I think it only makes sense that he's the one to finally capitalize on a chance and get that puck sent in. And Owen with the first goal of the series and the game-winning goal of the first game of the night.
Yeah, teams are getting up and taking a breather after that one. A lot of the Dynamo left the ice.
I'm gonna take a bite of my sandwich. Delicious. I'm gonna take a moment to remind you that this broadcast is brought to you by the Renport Pale Ale, Renport Tradebreaker. Not going on during this tournament. There's no trades. But actually, it's a little bit strange now. The Renport being an aspect of things with our new commissioner Ren. So the mastermind continues to appear in all areas. Oh yeah, sign up for season 3, guys. If you're watching, if you're a puck player, if you love playing puck, if you're on the PHL, or you feel like getting 30 PHL pugs in, please sign up for the new season. It's gonna be really fun. I'll be in it. Jack will be in it. Plenty of these lovely guys on the ice will be in it.
Hopefully
Season 3 is gonna be awesome.
D1.
I will start hunting people down to get you in D1, Jack. But
I signed up as captain. We'll see.
I mean, PHL is great. There's been a lot of really positive changes recently. We just did what I would say is a fairly popular decision to remove puck on body contact if that's what you're about. Or freaky like that, you don't want the puck touching the body. It's not for PHL. This broadcast is also unofficially brought to you by Big Joey's real estate company. He reached out to me and offered to sponsor the stream. Shout out Big Joey's retail company. Shout out Big Joey. We have Mouse on the ice, so I might as well just take this time to shout out longtime Mouse's friend legend, Big Joey.
Kokomo looking like they're ready to begin game 2 of the series.
30 seconds, says Glenn.
Looks like the barbecue chicken are going to keep the same lineup out there. Aguchi is coming off the ice. And Luke is getting his appointed 1 period of play.
Government mandated 1 period.
We'll see if he plays a little bit more, but I'm not sure he will.
Yeah, I feel like, I mean, with any goalie, sometimes it just not even depends on the night, but just depends on the game. But Luke, I'm excited to see him out there and see what he can get done. And, if he's playing well, I wouldn't be surprised if they keep him in for a little bit longer.
Yeah, Milk in net for the Kokomo Dynamo. It will be Blueski in for Prince, and the lineups remain the same otherwise.
Milk in net.
Is out for Mouse. Luke and Milk will battle in game 2 as the puck is dropped. Mouse and Zub facing off at center. It's Owen, who I believe is playing defense this game. Owen at right defense with Frog T. Zub, Kokomo Dynamo, and Zub is trying to lift it ahead to Blueski just out of his reach. Dolphin back at the wall. Dolphin takes a shot wide of the net, and Blueski on the rebound trying to center it. It's cut off by Glenn, picked up by Frog T, who will skid it the other way. Gets Zub turning, and he drops it back to Glenn.
Love to see an early chance.
Taken away by Blueski. Owen didn't challenge him, and Blueski will have space to skate in a 2-on-1 with Zub. Blueski fires! Stopped by Luke.
Great save by Luke. Amazing for a goalie to get the first save. That's a real confidence builder.
2 D3 high-end talents facing off in the Redemption Bracket Finals, Luke and Blueski. Some of the top high-end talent for D3.
Misplay by Luke pushing out for that gets bailed out.
Looks like he maybe lagged a little bit. He lost control of his character.
Something
Zoop
like
going
that.
back to collect. Glenn chasing after it. Gets bumped by Pretty. And Zub appeared to be a little bit nervous in game 1. We'll see what kind of performance he puts up in game 2 as it's a 2-on-1 set up by Zub. Dolphin and Pretty. Dolphin across. Pretty underneath his stick.
Anytime Dolphin crouches down, I just lean in closer to my monitor to see what happens next, but it doesn't pan out that time.
Zub rammed by Pretty on the rotation back, and the barbecue chicken will get the puck back. It's Glenn up the right side, crossing it, intercepted by Zub and taken by Pretty. Last man back, he has to be careful with Mouse pressuring, and Pretty will get this up the wall to Dolphin. Centered for Zub in the air, just over his stick. Blueski takes it away, takes a shot, and Luke.
A lot of chances for Blueski. Good sportsmanship in the chat as well. Zub giving Luke a nice save.
Sent towards the net. Luke clearing it to Glenn. Glenn is likely going to cross this to Owen. It's just a matter of how long he'll take to do it.
Well, a little bit too far.
Just out of reach. Dolphin will collect in his own zone with 2:30 remaining in the first period. The game, 1-0 in overtime in favor of the barbecue chicken, a 1-0 series lead as the Kokomo Dynamo are looking to even this series up. Blueski in front, tipped it wide. It's Zub back behind the net. Pretty out at the line. Gonna try and get it past Glenn, but it's taken away in a 2-on-1 with Mouse. Dolphin defending. Glenn.
Let's see.
Lost his handle. Dolphin is able to break it up. Latvian out of the corner. And perhaps an improper term there, but...
An early shot lead for the Kokomo here, 4-0 right now. Luke in the corner. But the on-target shots going in favor of the Kokomo, and that was scary.
Luke, keeping with his play style he has in D3, playing the puck a lot. He's got to be a little bit more careful, though. He's had a couple dangerous opportunities against so far. Zub taking the puck.
Great intercept by Zub.
3-on-2. Zub trying to go back to Pretty, but it's taken away by Mouse in a 1-on-1 between Glenn and Dolphin. Glenn, around Dolphin, fires, stopped by Milk.
What a swat by Milk. Goodness gracious. Luke playing again like you said. Can't help himself.
One over the stick of Mouse, who chips it ahead to Glenn under his stick. And Zub will take it away. Nothing. The shot's 4-1. Zoob ahead to Pretty, who's sitting down low for the Kokomo Dynamo. Tries to get it back to Zoob, but it's off his body. And Zoob maintains control with Pretty backdoor. Zoob tries to chip it in front, and it's cleared out of the zone.
Great look.
Dolphin across back to Zoob.
Zoob looking a little bit more comfortable now.
Zoob getting into his groove, as you said. Shot off the crossbar,
goodness.
I believe.
I think so. He's a real sniper, so sometimes he'll just inevitably just air an inch above or to the side and it'll bounce off the post.
Glenn chips it ahead to himself. Kokomo kind of dominating this game almost.
Oh yeah, I would say so.
Frog T left side looking to get some pressure back in the favor of the barbecue chicken alert. Tries to chip it in front of the net. And Glenn will collect the puck at the left wing side, sending it down low for Mouse. And he's sticked by Pretty. Blueski will get this puck. He has Zoob and Dolphin streaking. He goes to Dolphin, who tries to tip it ahead to Zoob, but it's intercepted off the misplay. Glenn will get there first with Mouse going to the net. Glenn in front to Mouse. And Blueski got a stick in the lane. That will end period 1.
And a dominant start, like you said, for the Kokomo Dynamo. Barbecue Chicken not getting their chances and not keeping the puck as long as they really would like to. And unless the tides turn, this is looking strongly in favor of Kokomo Dynamo. Blueski, not one of the D1 names that is thrown on this team, but got a lot of chances early and has seemed to do really well for this team and fitting in with their chemistry. And I'd like seeing what he's doing for him. Owen. Oh. Gets sticked away by Milk. That was scary looking for a while. He had a lot of open space. Pretty on the receive. Frog T up the boards. Back into the zone. Owen gets it up. Mouse fighting for it off the wall. Zoob does chip it back in, but intercepted by Owen in the meantime. Up to Mouse. Mouse not quite catching it, but able to get it back to Owen. Owen looking for a chance here. Few dekes back and forth. Tries to get it out front. Can he do it? Wraps it around, and he does score the first goal for a game that seems stacked in favor of the Kokomo Dynamo. That is going to be a goal for Owen again. The only one for Barbecue Chicken to score tonight.
I'd like to comment on a great wraparound from Owen, but I'd like to comment on Java's comment. The plan is to alternate play-by-play tonight to preserve voices, given the length of the series and the length of Game 1. Owen, who got the game-winning goal in Game 1 in overtime, is able to put the barbecue chicken on the board.
Yeah, and gotta be a great mood swing positively for barbecue chicken. Just going up early and thinking if we can keep it like this, we don't have to go to overtime.
Owen drops it back to Glenn, who leaves it for Owen.
Good plays.
Across, just out of the reach of Mouse, over the head of Pretty. Mouse looking in front for Glenn, jamming at it, and it's swung to the left side of the ice. Owen coming in to play it. The defenseman tries to get it back to the middle, but it's taken away by Blueski.
Pretty now chips it up.
Zoob coming in 2-on-1. Tries a shot, score!
Oh my goodness! What a snipe from the captain. Oh my gosh, and just like that, the dangerous looming possibility of overtime off of a fantastic goal from Zoob brings this game to 1-1.
Luke made a comment earlier saying perhaps we could play the last 2 games tomorrow. Not a serious discussion between the 2 teams so far. We will see as we get deeper into this series. Blueski taking the puck away, trying a shot, accidentally going back toward Zoob.
Yeah, looked a little bit awkward
And
there.
Glenn will
Just
take
hit
the
the top
puck
of the puck.
Zoob
Again.
scores again on a long wraparound that Luke had trouble reading.
Somebody stop him. It's just captain scoring, and proving why they're the leaders of these teams. As Zoob beautifully finds an open spot in the net to sink that puck in. Tired of so many scoreless periods, just finding something that's working for him, and he's continuing it.
So Milk and Luke are both going to, I believe, finish this game out.
Looks like it. And
Owen
Owen
taking
now
the puck.
has
Fires a
space.
shot high over the net.
Oh,
Mouse looking for Glenn in front. It's going to be Mouse to Glenn, but intercepted in Zoob. Left side ahead to Pretty. And a long shot wide of the net. It's going to be collected by Blueski on the right wing wall. Has Zoob on the drop. He takes it. Zoob losing the puck
Nice
a bit.
plays.
Guides it towards the net. Saved by Luke. And Mouse will get it back behind his own net for Frog T.
and haven't seen too much from Mouse this game. Just quietly playing some pretty solid defense, but interested to see if he can get anything going on the offensive side of things.
And it's interesting to see Mouse playing that kind of defense because Owen is the right defenseman for this game and Mouse is the center. So a lot of rotations going on as Mouse takes a backhander stopped by Milk.
Yeah, nice chem by them to be able to rotate back and forth. And Mouse getting involved a little bit, but I think having to diversify from just relying on Owen is what if some other people on the team can start scoring, it'll really even out their threats on the ice.
Here comes Glenn up the middle. Going
Goes
backdoor
for pass.
Mouse, he
Oh
scored!
my goodness! What a play! Catches it and gets it back out in front. Hardly anything Milk can do there. And the passes finally come to fruition for BBQ Chicken. And just what a spectacular play. Mouse just swooping around the goalie. Picture perfect.
A shot attempt on the forehand accidentally chips it to himself, and he finishes it on the backhand to tie the game at 2.
That was incredible. And yeah, 2-2 now. I mean, can you believe that after the first game that we witnessed tonight? And looks like, I'm not sure if the energy has changed between these guys or if it's the goalie change, but something has shifted and these teams are scoring now. Mouse again.
Mouse ahead. And Milk able to keep the game tied. Mouse getting the puck back to Frog T, who gets it a little bit too high for Glenn to handle. It's Pretty's puck now. Zoob now coming in deep. Zoob on the right side fires a backhander stop. And the rebound stopped as well from Luke.
Great by Luke. Pretty in the corner. And the game slowed down a little bit after these first 2 goals apiece.
Yeah, you can feel it in the building. The air is getting kind of still. Not much activity from the crowd tonight. As Zoob gets the puck back in deep, looking for Dolphin in front. It's going to be Mouse. Not much time left to play. And Glenn fires a shot wide to end the period.
Period comes to a close. 2-2. Who could believe it? And I was gonna say it's a change in the right direction, but if this game ends 2-2 and you go to overtime, Lord knows what that'll do to the mental of not only the teams but of the casting booth.
Yeah, it's something the broadcast booth has struggled with in the past. Generally, the length of these games can be tiring.
It's like Zoob finding another chance.
Game 2 has made for more of an interesting fight than Game 1. 0-0 triple overtime. This game tied at 2. We've had 5 goals in this series. 4 of them have come in Game 2, and we're only 2/3 of the way through it. Owen getting the puck in his own zone at the right side, cuts around Dolphin. Surveys his options, content to skate it, and he'll chip it across deep for Mouse, batted by Pretty.
Great move.
Mouse will get it regardless, send it across to Glenn, who
bodies down.
Dolphin in the open ice, sends it in front, but no one home.
FTZ.
Downloaded Glenn, who misplayed it. Owen circling back. The right defenseman sends it up right to the center. Mouse.
There we go.
Glenn, backhander. What a play by Milk to track that puck. Every goaltender in the world is going to try and dash to the right there and fall for the receive. Milk able to stay calm and avoid that disastrous play.
And you can't teach that. Sometimes that just comes to you. You gotta decide where you're gonna go at. Glenn almost got another chance there, but Milk spared having to save that one.
Glenn handing it off to Owen, read by Blueski, who has turned into quite the player in this game.
Mm-hmm. Talf with a hit on mouse.
Pretty across to Zoob, the captain.
Uh-oh.
Who drafted Pretty in Season 2 in the Pro Division. And Owen is going to take the puck for Barbecue Chicken. From the left wing, he fires a shot along the ice, and the left pad save from Milk. Rebound set behind the net, and Pretty is going to send it around to Zoob. Frog T now. Up the wall, batted down by Dolphin, and Luke is going to come out to play it. Is able to play it up the wall.
Does okay. I would say that's an okay job. Keeps the play going.
Glenn looking backdoor, no one home. Dolphin will get the puck up the wall. Pretty. Chipping it ahead to himself out of the air, sends it up the wall to Blueski, but Owen will cut it off. And skate it the other way with Frog T. Owen the right side, sends it across for Glenn. Fires wide of the right post.
Glenn's got to be kicking himself after that one.
Ahead to Blueski. Trying to work around Frog T, but a great stick reaching around his body. And it's a misplay by Dolphin. Glenn working on Pretty. Glenn is stopped by Milk.
What a save.
Zoop double hits it midair. It comes to Mouse, who fires. Stopped by Milk again. Puck comes out to Owen. The Kokomo Dynamo can't catch a break with these rebounds. Sent towards the net and cleared by Milk.
Some late dominance from Barbecue Chicken, just getting chance after chance, and they're threatening looking too, but Milk doing a fantastic job to keep this game tied.
Dolphin back in his own zone. The final minute and a half of period 3. As it stands, we would be destined for a second overtime, but it's sent towards the net. Luke jumps to make the save, and is chipped looking for the in-front pass, perhaps something he learned from Bagel in his time with the Ottawa Sparks. Zoob unable to get the puck in front off the backboards. Puck cut off by Dolphin, and Zoob will get the puck. Skates it in, trying to get around Glenn, but a back check from Glenn is forcing the puck around. Pretty will collect for the Kokomo Dynamo, sends it back down low to Zoob. Had Blueski in front, but he's checked by Glenn. The puck sent out to Frogty in a 2-on-1 with Owen. Dolphin defending. Owen going towards the net. Frogty's going to have to take a shot, and it's high and wide of the left post.
Glenski with a great job of starting that offensive play in the back end, getting the puck up ice.
Owen loses the battle. It's out at the line for Glenn.
Strap in, Jack. It's going to be a long night.
Blueski up the wall to Pretty. And Pretty unable to handle the puck. Frog T, a little 1-pound fish to Mouse.
I haven't heard that phrase in years, Jack.
Dolphin. Up across, looking for the stick of Blueski. It is cut off by Frog T. And 3-on-3, he goes the other way. He fires a shot towards the net. Milk clears it. 7 seconds left in regulation. Over the stick of Owen. Blueski pressuring, but he's going to dump it down the length of the ice, and we're going to overtime.
No! Another overtime. Ping pong is right, Juice. We are... I don't know. There was the scoring explosion, and then things just slowed down a bit.
Pretty coming out for Prince.
Oh, there we go.
Or rather, Blueski playing forward. Dolphin not back in the building in time for the puck drop. So they have Blueski, Prince, and Pretty on the ice as Glenn wins it in 11 seconds.
Doesn't need that much time. Just get him the puck, and he does what he does. Sinks the puck behind Milk. Milk had a fantastic game. So many huge saves. But Glenn finally finds the opening. Milk stick just a little bit above the puck, and that is going to be game 2 going in favor of Barbecue Chicken 2-0. Barbecue Chicken tonight so far. Only need one more game to win it all.
That is a tough break for the Kokomo Dynamo. I don't think it was part of the plan to have Dolphin leave the game in overtime. He left the building to reconnect, and he wasn't able to get back on the ice in time. They ended up having that overtime with Prince, Pretty, and Blueski, their 3 subs, all on the ice at the same time.
And Barbecue Chicken really capitalized on it. And if the little birdies in my ear are right, Glenn's saying that's his 100th shot, and it was a game winner where early on in the broadcast I was making note of the incredibly high amount of shots that Glenski had, and the 100th one being a game winner. I'm gonna choose to believe that it's correct. Great job, Glenski. Way to end that game. And if you're given that opportunity, you see the lineup and you see that there's an opening there. Hey, chance is a chance, and Glenn is able to sink it.
Really a fantastic shot by Glenn, as well as the lead mic goes back over to Katie's side of the desk.
Hello, I'm picking it up. I was able to get a few more bites of my sandwich in. Thank you, Jack. And getting ready for game 3, where I don't know, it's weird now where simultaneously we could still be here for another hour and a half, or this next game could go in favor of barbecue chicken. They could get a clean sweep. But
something tells me it's not going to be another 20 minutes.
Yeah, but I don't know. Nice to see the scoring there, where at first I was like, oh, maybe one team's gonna run away with it. But even when they're scoring, these teams being really evenly matched, and just these small differences in gameplay are what's giving one team the edge above the other. And this is a 2-0 lead for barbecue, but both of them being overtime game winners. You can't call it that dominant if it's always happened in overtime. So I really can see it going either way.
Yeah, pretty dominant back and forth series between both of these teams.
And Pretty doing a PC reset, he said. So I wonder if maybe he was dealing with some technical difficulties, but I believe the hope for Kokomo would be that Pretty comes back and his gameplay is even stronger. A great player and a great asset to the team. Definitely want to have him on the ice. Glenski says need like 5 minutes, which I assume the server will indulge him in. They say get Oguchi back in. Dude, they'd be fine with Oguchi back in. Our beloved technical director for the night, Alley Cat, getting a little cup of water while we wait. Jack, what are you sipping on tonight?
Just water for me. I got Invisalign, so I don't want to drink anything too damaging to the teeth.
That's very respectful of you. I of course have a Renport Pale Ale, and I mistreat my teeth, so when I finish it, I'm gonna drink a Coca-Cola and play some puck after this.
Yeah,
which is sickening to think about.
I have a funny story. While we wait for this break, I had an appointment with a nutritionist a couple months ago, and they told me that I'm supposed to drink the same volume in water as any other drink that I drink directly after I finish that drink. It's safe to say I did not go back to that doctor.
And that would terrify me. I mean, everybody could drink some more water. Hopefully, everybody in chat.
Sure all the fans in chat get some water as well.
But you know what I say? Pick up any of your beloved beverages, your sodas and whatnot. Read that label. What does that first ingredient say? Carbonated water. It's got water in it, Doc. You can't pull the wool over my eyes. I know what I'm sipping on.
Yeah, the most drinks count towards your water intake. Of course, some drinks more dehydrating than others, but pretty much if you're tracking your water intake, you gotta count all the other stuff you're drinking as well.
I'm a gosh darn American, and I will get my hydration from black coffee and Coca-Cola if I want to, and don't mind why I feel bad all the time and I'm tired during the day all the time. Those are unrelated things.
Don't forget the pale ale and the twist off beer.
Okay, the twist off PBR is a respectable bottled beverage, and there's nothing wrong or nothing babyish about your beer having a twist off cap. It's actually very convenient, Jack.
Is that why I haven't seen you drink it since?
I have had some more, but I've had to be quieter about it to avoid any shame from my community. But this, I am drinking out of a can tonight, Jack, if you're curious. So I'm invulnerable. You can't make fun of me for that right now.
The PHL is a welcoming community, except for when it comes to the style of beer that you're drinking.
I mean, I feel like most communities are like that anyways. And, Jack, as we stretch a little bit and get ready for this third game, what do you think the Kokomo Dynamo have to do to get this win to keep themselves in the series?
I mean, they just got to calm down, right? Like the consensus that I've seen from this team is just they're playing so nervous. You can tell by their body language. They're not really playing to the talents that I know they have.
Mm-hmm.
So I would like to see everyone take a bit of a deep breath to start this third game. It's a must-win game for the Kokomo Dynamo, but they'll need to pick it up if they really want to stay in the series.
Yeah, and I think even if they get this win and it's another, like they get a game-winning goal on overtime, I almost feel like it's not dominant enough to really get yourself back into things. I think what Kokomo really want is regulation victory, give themselves some more energy for the rest of the night, and prove that they're a force to be reckoned with here. Because they have been so far, but I think the team that's showed up the most consistently has been BBQ Chicken. BBQ Chicken, the first team to have somebody other than their captain score as well. For the last game, it was all Zoob getting those open shots, and I feel like people getting shots on target, but not able to sneak it past the goalie. And I think Zoob needs someone to step up and take some of that weight off his shoulders.
So Zoob saying if he's not back in 3 minutes, that they're going to just start the game because Glenn took a bit of a break after a 3-point performance in game 2.
Great performance.
Of course,
Maybe had to go.
Restarting his computer as well.
So now neither team is sinless.
And
Mao's leaving the server as well. It's all falling out. Yeah, you'll just meet back here in a week.
I am curious to see what these teams are thinking in terms of the amount of games played tonight, because they have played 2 very long games to start this series, and they're taking a very lengthy break in between game 2 and 3.
Little chirps coming from the teams, but yeah, I am curious where, I wonder if the momentum's, tilted about as far as it reasonably could be for BBQ Chicken. If they start slipping, they start losing, if they're gonna push for a rescheduled later date, or if teams are gonna follow up with their promises and just play it all out tonight.
Yeah, games 4 and 5 are supposed to be scheduled for the 15th. I know they planned to play 5 tonight, but that is something that very frequently changes on the fly.
As is tradition in the PHL. Pretty with my favorite message in chat so far saying, let's have some fun as we wait for Glenn. Not Glenn. Glenn is back. We wait for Dalfan's PC to finish restarting. Oguchi joined the server as well. And who knows what these lineups are going to be. Obviously, they're waiting for Dalfan to get back in. Gotta imagine Dalfan's going to be starting, but...
Now we're going to see Owen on defense as well.
Yeah, where so far the BBQ Chicken, I feel like they've figured out the rotations a good amount, where all of their guys are getting enough chances, and it looks like Luke is staying on the ice, which I'm interested to see how that goes.
Yeah, Throck left the building a while ago, and he has yet to return.
He's been in Twitch chat, hey. But I think, it's a nice sign of respect and trust in Luke to keep him in here on match point or set point. But it looks like Damocles is back in net for the Kokomo Dynamo. Throck says, got a season-ending nosebleed. Oh, praying for you, man.
Yeah, Throck, I'm being told, is out with an upper body injury and will not return to this game. So pray it's not serious.
Pray for my boy Throck. Looks like we're getting the vote starts going. I'm going to throw one in there too. Hell, why not? As we get ready for the puck drop. Jack, take it away.
Am I taking it away?
Am I? Wait, are you? I can't.
Am I? What's happening?
I don't know.
All right. It's Owen. That's who has the puck. It's Owen. He's taking a backhander. It's Zoo blocking it. Owen back behind the net, cutting back in front. Right circle. Owen fires a shot blocked by Prince. And Owen couldn't fire on the rebound. Prince up the wall to Dolphin. 2-on-1 with Zoob. Dolphin across and out of the reach of Zoob. Pretty coming in on the drop option for Zoob. Owen cutting it off, and Zoob will take it behind the net, trying to center it for Dolphin off the side of the cage, and Glenn will recollect. Taken away again by Zoob, and it's flung out of the zone. Back behind Damocles, Prince.
And Barbecue Chicken's defense quietly having a great night, really forcing difficult shots out of the Kokomo Dynamo.
Dolphin cutting in the middle. Zoob, a shot stopped by Luke on a screened play that was tough to read.
Heroically stepping up for the Throck with that upper body injury, like you said. And again, a great confidence booster for a goalie. First goal of the game, first shot of the game. And you get the save. It just keeps you way more locked in. Round of Frog T. Closing in, maybe a chance. Not quite.
The teams are just struggling to create in this series. It's been kind of a grueling series. It looks like they're just kind of out there trying to get the job done, and it's not much eventful has happened so far.
Yeah, there's been some nice plays here and there, but mostly it's been a lot of like almost nice plays. It always feels like something's not quite going right. Glenn getting a bat into the corner there. And, I do think that, in close games like this, the better of the two teams will come out in the end, but you still would kind of hope to see some really tight gameplay from one of them leading into this final matchup.
Yeah, the series so far has taken a lot of grit and grind to get this far, and I can't imagine anything different for this tournament. It's been an ongoing theme.
Yeah, props to both teams where it's not the most beautiful form of puck to play, but it does still take a lot of focus where you're trying to prevent mistakes. You're trying to get the chances that you can, and neither team really making it easy. But it's maybe not the most incredible puck to watch, but I have a lot of respect for these guys keeping themselves in this game.
And if you're not having a very good time watching tonight, I strongly encourage you to sign up for season 3, as we will be getting a brand new brand of puck to play with the no puck on body collisions. Should open up the ice a lot more. So if you are interested in playing on that patch, I encourage you to sign up for season 3. It's Owen, who signed up for season 3, is going to try and get it across to Glenn. And it's cut off by Dolphin, sending it across to Pretty. Towards the net, wide of Luke. Zoob back behind the net, chipping it to himself, and Owen cannot get the puck away from him. Zoob back around, looking for Pretty. It's out of his reach. He'll leave it for Dolphin, and it's cleared over the head of Prince, who will have to go all the way back to get that puck.
And if you ever find yourself at any point this night thinking, I can do that better than these guys, that is also your sign to sign up and prove that thought. As sent out in front to Luke, shuffling back and forwards does get the stop.
Zoob looking for the tip there, and Luke has been fantastic in this game so far. Dolphin back behind the net. Luke hasn't seen a lot of action this tournament, but he's showing up big time. Pretty towards the net, batted it out of the air and wide of the cage. Frog T chipping it back to the line, but Prince gets there, takes a long shot, just inches wide of the left post. Glenn sending it ahead for Frog T, cut off by Dolphin. In a 3-on-2 if they hurry. Sent ahead, Zoob, a one-timer wide.
Great awareness by Dolphin and great play by Zoob to be there in time. Those are the connections we're looking for. It doesn't quite get the finish, but that was a beautiful play, and I'm hoping that we see more of that.
Owen loses it to Dolphin, tries a shot blocked by Owen, recovering on defense. And he'll clear it the length of the ice. 15 seconds to play in the first period.
The back corner goes for one last push. Not quite able to keep it.
Zoob last chance. He'll lose the puck to Owen, who will end the period.
3 shots total, period 1. And, what I'm keeping an eye out for here, I think we've seen a lot of the skaters. What I'm looking out for is seeing Damocles sitting out for a game. I wonder if that's cooled him down a little bit, or if he's going to come back and be just as hot as he was in the first game.
Pretty across. Dolphin ahead to Zoob. Too far for him to handle. Owen will take the puck.
Open ice.
And he's going to skate it. Takes a long shot, high and wide of the net. Damocles giving him a nice shot in chat.
Okay, so it's like that, Damo. Okay.
Dolphin skating it in. Stopped by Owen. Who gets it up the wall, looking for Glenn. Taken away by Prince. Tips it to himself off the wall. Sends it across, cut down by Mouse. Back into the hands of Prince, who takes a shot wide. Zoob in front for Dolphin, out of his reach, and Mouse takes the puck for the BBQ Chicken Alert. I can never say their team's name with a straight face.
Yeah, I just try to just say barbecue at this point. Oh, nice save by Damocles.
Glenn getting a good short side shot on there. Damocles denying him again. Prince chipping it ahead to himself, trying to body off Glenn. He does. Zoob coming in to help. And he loses the puck to Owen. Back at the line for Glenn, tipped to Frog T and bodied off by Dolphin. Prince takes the puck away, sends it back in for Zoob, who chips it up to himself with Dolphin in front. He tried to bounce it over the top of the cage, and it would not connect. Mouse taking it away.
Well, DDD pass there. A little bit behind Frog T. I like the idea, though, and able to send it up.
Damocles has to come out to play this if they don't want Owen to get there, but they'll let Owen get the puck. And he
Mouse. I mixed up their numbers.
Mouse, I apologize.
Luke pushing up there, playing the puck. Could have handled it to Frog T, but let's see if this pays off. He does get it to Mouse. Nice little G pass there.
Glenn, but in tight to the cage. Damocles able to poke it off his stick. Sent across for Zoob. Taken away and taken away and taken away.
I like that play there. Great play by Luke to spot that pass there. Got it to Mouse. Again, didn't quite get the finish. That's the theme for the night. But I like that they're staying creative this far into the series.
Suba backhander stopped by Luke. A great save. Way to track the puck. And Mouse skated ahead. Mouse firing a shot, stopped by Damocles. Pretty. Able to get it past Mouse.
And I like this game plan from Barbecue, just getting shots on net. They don't have to be the prettiest thing. You just got to wait for one to go in, especially if it's 0-0 like this. Loving this game plan. Keep it simple. Let's try and get the puck on the net. Let's see if they can continue it.
Oh, and around Prince fires, stopped by Damocles.
Damocles seemingly coming back just as on fire as he was in game 1.
Owen and Mouse are rotating very well here. Both getting opportunities on offense and defense to prove their end-to-end talents. Owen, back behind the cage around Dolphin, but taken away by Prince. It's sent in front, and Prince will get the puck, leaving it for Dolphin, who is content to skate it to center. Sends it ahead to Zoob out of his reach.
Prince there. I was going to say, for how unserious it seems anytime Owen and Mouse are in a call together, on the ice when they're both focusing, they actually have great chemistry, as you've pointed out, Jack, with the rotations and the passing, where it's really great to see them get along like that.
Zoob getting it deep. It's Dolphin chasing Frog T for it. And Frog T will send it up across to Mouse. 50 by Prince, and a fortunate bounce for the Kokomo Dynamo. Prince fires, stopped by Luke. On a rather easy shot to stop. Pretty back into the zone for Prince. In front, cut off by Glenn, who skates it out. 2-on-2.
See what they can get done.
Mouse with Pretty and Dolphin defending. Glenn around 2, cuts back into the coverage and loses the puck. Zoob around Owen twice, 3 times.
Ooh. Goodness gracious!
The net.
That was clean. Loses at the end, but goodness gracious.
Mouse towards the net, and perhaps
Prince
down by Glenn.
Prince has been having some great positioning.
Look out!
No, Glensky.
A double hit backdoor. It's sent into the crease. He jams at it once, and on the follow through, he accidentally scores behind the pad of Damocles.
Oh, it's the I believe that was the puck pad interaction. where the puck got pushed into the pad and it just spun the goalie around. Damocles is not happy about that one, but I don't believe there's any ruling against that particular feature of the game's coding, and that goal will count for Barbecue Chicken Alert.
It's a rough break for the Kokomo Dynamo, already down 2 in this series, and they get a bounce like that. Oh, and a backhander stopped by Damocles trying to get his team back in this.
12 seconds.
10 seconds to play left in the second period as Owen tries to find Mouse back door out of his reach. Zub with 8 seconds is going to skate it to center, has Dolphin across. He's going to take a long shot, high and wide, and that will do it for the first 2.
And if there was ever a game that would push, the rule makers to have some sort of ruling about that puck and pad interaction, it might be that play right there on the big stage. But Glenn, if you play the grind 'em down puck, ugly goals are bound to happen, and that is not a traditional ugly goal, but not an expected one regardless. But Glenn's gonna come away with that one and get a second goal of the night.
Pretty in front, Dolphin wide. Prince rather, and Zub will get the rebound off that play. It's sticked out of the zone, and Pretty playing anchor defense will collect this puck as he rotates with Dolphin, sends it ahead to Zub. Off his heel, and Owen will take the puck.
Owen in the air.
Net, looking for the tip, and Glenn batted it wide. Mouse trying to find Glenn backdoor. It pops behind the cage and out to the line, out of the reach of Frog T. Owen pressuring Zub for it. And it's sent along to Dolphin across the ice.
Too far.
Out of his reach, he'll send it back door. No one home, and Prince will call Zub off. Send it back door to Dolphin.
That was a great breakout. I really expected Dolphin to get a chance there. But yeah, that puck just going a little bit past him forced him to a really awkward situation where now more than ever, you really need to be tight on those passes, both on the sending and the receiving, to make something happen.
Pretty and Mouse as Dolphin
tries to get it through.
Up to Zub, but it's cut off, and Pretty, or rather Prince, will skate after the puck, sending it up across to Pretty, who leaves it for Dolphin, and he'll skate it in. Right circle, fires a shot, stopped by Luke with his right shoulder.
Luke, heroics tonight, stepping in for the injured Throckmorton and doing a fantastic job so far.
Frog T, and it's knocked down by Prince as the Kokomo Dynamo, 3 minutes left in their tournament. They need to get something going here. Zub fires wide, tipped down by the goaltender, who clears it again.
Could have been it. It was close.
Collecting it for Barbecue. And he'll send it across to Owen.
And Barbecue allowed to take their time now.
Mouse looking to get it in front, loses the handle.
Oh no!
Gets it back. Mouse score!
Woo-hoo! Again, what a way to capitalize off of a mistake. Again, Mouse comes away with the puck. Pretty bodied away by Glenn, and nobody can catch up to him with an open chance. He picks the top right corner, and if that first goal didn't feel good enough to justify a lead, that second one certainly guarantees that Barbecue have earned their lead in this game.
A couple crazy sequences to give them those goals, and they're up 2-0. Final 2:30 to play. The last half of period 3. Zub in front. Pretty missed the net wide.
That's brutal for Pretty. It's got to be frustrating this late into the game, getting chances like that.
Glenn ahead to Owen 2-0. Ooh, Owen missed.
Almost had another chance for Mouse.
Owen in front of Mouse, out of his reach. And he'll spin back to collect a puck, send it down low to Glenn. Glenn, no help. Has to try and do it himself, and it comes out to Mouse.
In the air.
Sends it in. Glenn trying to spin around bat on that long pass towards the net. And the puck comes back out to Owen. Sent over the cage. Glenn looking for another tip, and Mouse will get the puck and send it back around to guess who? It's Owen chipping it ahead to himself, and Dolphin will collect the puck.
And it is do or die for the Kokomo Dynamo, down 2 in the series. If they lose this game, they are knocked out of the tournament. And the Barbecue Chicken Alert will go on to face the St. Louis Eagles in the finals. Frogty now taking his sweet time. Some vaguely BM antics from Mr. T there. Oh, and chips it up and over. But, if it's this close to a victory, why not just run the clock down? If you're playing to win, you got to do it sometimes. Glenn.
At the line for Frog T, who's coming in, but it will come to Owen. And Pretty sends it back into his own net. Back into his own zone, rather. Glenn looking to cycle it in front. Loses the handle. Prince chips it ahead to Zoob. Zoob in a 2-on-1 tries to get it to Dolphin. Luke coming out. He missed the puck. But it fooled Dolphin.
Oh, classic goalie prank.
Mouse. Glenn off the post.
What a save by Damocles. Might be too little too late, but a great game from Damocles. Facing 11 shots so far.
Dolphin
30 seconds left. Kokomo known to bring it right back at the end, going for another chance.
Luke bats the puck out of the air, clears it down. That hurts. If you're the Kokomo Dynamo, what a game from Luke. And the barbecue chicken are seconds away. Owen, backdoor to Mouse, missed the connection. They give up the defense. They're not going to have time. It's sent ahead to Pretty, who fires a shot. Stopped by Luke. And it's a shutout. Game 3 sweep.
Man, I am glad that the last game felt a little bit more dominant one way or the other. It was going to be, I think, frustrating for both teams if they were, just constantly like slogs of games, not getting a lot of scoring. And I think at the very last opportunity they were given, Barbecue Chicken does a fantastic job of, getting a pretty confident victory, one goal being a little bit awkward from Glenn, but that goal from Mouse being truly incredible when they need it. Mouse with 2 goals on the night as well.
And Mr. Nosebleed himself is hopping on as a skater to join the handshake line. More of a handshake circle, as
they're just palling around. But it's gotta be frustrating for the Kokomo Dynamo, where I definitely think that the night could have gone a little bit differently. Those first 2 games being decided so closely, both of them going to overtime. The first one going to triple overtime. But at the end of the day, like you said right at the start, Jack, the team that wins tonight will inevitably be, the team that worked for it and earned it to go into finals. So I think congratulations to Barbecue Chicken on their victory. I think the Kokomo Dynamo, despite the 3-0 series lineup, did not make it easy for them, where it felt like a struggle the whole time until that last game. And unfortunately, Zoob being the only person able to score for the Kokomo Dynamo, if I'm not mistaken, just didn't have the help that he needed on the offense to keep his team in it.
I would like to point out that the Barbecue Chicken and the St. Louis Eagles have already played each other in the Winners Bracket Championship, which saw the Eagles moving on to the game, the gold medal game. So it will be a rematch of the Winners Bracket final to decide who is the champion of the off-season tournament.
And I love that storyline. It's it's called the Redemption Bracket in this tournament. And the biggest redemption is fighting the team that you lost against earlier to see if you can win it all. A lot of great storylines coming into play there. Make sure you stay tuned. I'm sure we'll schedule that soon enough if it's not already scheduled. Thank you for joining us. I've been Katie alongside Jack. Alley Cat has been our trusty technical director for the night. And anything you want to say to close us out for the night, Jack?
I just want to say, to close us out, please sign up for Season 3.
Please sign up. Please, 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 please.
I'm looking at you, Dazzle.
Dazzle. Sign up, Arizona T. Anyways, again, thank you so much for joining. Incredible series tonight. Props to both teams. And congratulations to Barbecue Chicken Alert. And if there's nothing else to say, I believe Alley Cat, you can take us out to the outro.